Good morning. It's going to take a little bit of time to come up on your computer, probably because it's delayed, but it's so nice to have you here in the studio, in your studio, in my studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you are very welcome. Um, keep refreshing my screen. I don't know if you see it up live. It says it's up live on our little on the little phone device. Oh, there it is. So we're about 5 seconds delayed. Um, what are you going to be working on this morning?
Well, I am going to be drawing in my daily journal, just kind of catching up on yesterday's day. I ended up having like a real busy day and not being able to draw in it at all. So every once in a while that happens, and today we're just playing catch up, basically.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, and I should probably introduce you. This is Reb from Made by Reb. She has a Substack, she has an Instagram, she has a YouTube channel. And I was Googling your beautiful journal cover there that you have made. Did you stamp your name on, is that leather that you stamped your name on the little um elastic, like the tag elastic?
It is leather that's stamped. I did not stamp it myself. My friend actually made it for me.
Oh wow.
Just like I have a little scrap piece of leather. They were doing like this workshop thing, pop-up thing, and I was like, "Can you just put my name on this like piece of leather?" So
That's
so
very
yeah.
cool. It's very
Yeah.
cool. And it resembles a little bit of the, is it Louise, I want to say Carmen, but it's not is it Carmen? No.
Yeah,
Louise.
yeah, Louise Carmen. I'm
Yeah.
not like super into not into I into it obviously, but familiar with the whole lore behind Louise Carmen. Um I just know that I like that style because it kind of keeps the books protected.
Yes.
So but when I looked up the prices, I was like, "No way. I cannot pay $200 for a leather cover." So
And Reb has you just released you've released a how to make that cover on your channel, but you also kind of did a flip through of what you've got in your book as well, because that's kind of cool. I do love watching like planners and journalists and doing their thing and showing. It's very relaxing.
yeah, I also really like enjoy those types of videos. Um, Even though I feel like I'm not quite at the level of most of the people that I watch, they've got like these like serious like setups with like templates and all of that.
Yeah, I think
Mine is
that's a
pretty
bit too much
loose.
though.
Mine is pretty loose, which
I think
nothing
yours is
wrong.
very real. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, you should see
How's your
mine.
planning
Mine is a
going?
huge mess. Yeah, you have these ideas of being super neat, and yeah, that didn't happen for me, but it's okay. It's working, so that's all that counts. Hello, Melissa. Good morning. Hi, Nanette. It's so nice of you to join us today. Buongiorno, Julia. Hi, Meryl, and bonjour, Hippo. Everybody is here. Well, not
Aw.
everybody,
Hi
but a
all.
lot of. And Reb, you are coming in from, tell us where you're from and tell us a little bit about you.
So I am born and raised Houston, pretty much Houston all my life. Um, I spent most of my like adult life in Houston, but when the pandemic happened, or just before the pandemic happened, I met my partner and ended up moving out into a farm. Not like a traditional farm, but a grass farm, if you can imagine.
Oh, okay.
Um, and have been here pretty much ever since. So, yeah, this basically we grow sod. So
We have a lot of sod farms here in Ontario, by the way.
I had never even thought about where sod came from until I moved here. So
Well, you just think grass grows, right? And it
Yeah,
does if you just seed it, but some people need like a large, or I guess for, any public spaces, they can't just have dirt and then, well, I guess they
yeah,
do grass seeds as well, but wow, that's so was it his family who had the sod farm or
yeah,
did you guys,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
It's his family that has been running this
You
little sod
married
farm.
into a farmer. That's that a farming family. That's I know exactly what a family farm or family farm means a lot of work basically.
Yeah, it's funny, it's a big production, like, but luckily it only happens a couple of times a year, but I'm always joking, on my channel because I swear every time I turn the camera on, like, somebody's mowing the grass, like, all the
Oh
time.
no.
It's like there's always a lawnmower in the background.
Oh, but do you think people hear it? I don't know, like
I don't know,
sometimes I
probably
think you
not.
don't hear it, especially I think YouTube has even gotten better with that as well.
Yeah,
Um
I think that
Mel-
it just kind of blends into the background, honestly.
oh, hi Laura. And Melissa says you mean grass doesn't just grow in rolls of sod? LOL. Nope. Nope, nope. And okay, so there's no, but I've heard chickens in the background in your videos.
Yes,
That I
there's
have heard.
also yeah, there's also some very noisy chickens. They are still sleeping. I don't know if it's it's what, 6, I don't know what time it is right now.
Okay, I
Um,
do really appreciate you joining me because you are an hour behind us. It's 6 o'clock your time.
I am an early riser.
Okay,
I
yeah,
apparently was prepared for farm life because I've always been an early riser.
yeah. Well, as you know, I am also an early riser. I just think you get so much done in the morning. Like, I love it.
Nanette said, "Is the grass greener there?" Politically, no, is what I would say.
Yeah, then where, Nanette, you have to make a comparison to where are you saying from your side, from yeah. It's good morning, Nanette. Nanette is just like on the ball. She's also an early riser. I do appreciate the conversation that we have in the morning, and thank you for joining most mornings, Reb. It's nice that you chime in as well. That's probably one thing because do you do many lives
I
on your
don't
channel?
actually. I don't do
No.
any lives on my channel. Um, I don't know why. I just I feel like I would run out of things to say so fast.
It's okay. I run out of things to say too, but then you start asking people questions, and hopefully somebody says something, and then you have a conversation with the people who are there. So, as long as we know you're coming on, we'll all join, and then we can have conversation with you.
I also feel like I get into a mode where I cannot talk and draw at the same time. I don't know how you like focus on painting. Like,
Well,
what
yeah,
is your
but
secret?
no, well, you'll notice like there is also a point where kind of switch off, and then it'll be a little bit quieter. And that's usually when I'm doing like details. So when it's all, quick stuff, I don't usually get affected, but I can't text or write anything and talk. Like it's really odd. I think I'm obviously using a different side of my brain to talk and to draw. I don't know. That I've been in, maybe. I don't know. Like doing, because I did a lot of interior decoration, murals, and stuff like that. So, the owners of either the establishment owners, because if I was doing a commercial building or in residential, they would always come up and chat and, they'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like you have to, I'm like, it's okay. So I got used to just chatting and working around people. Um, so I think that kind of that helped as well.
I feel like I should be more used to it because my boyfriend is, like, such a talker. So but, I don't know, I just have never gotten used to, like, talking and working at the same time.
Well, this'll help you.
Yeah, yeah, it's a test for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna ask you, I love your journals and the little drawings. Okay, first, what's your background? Because then this'll help me like answer. How because your little drawings are illustrations that you're obviously bringing out from your mind, right? Almost like illustrating an action, something that's happened, or so. What what is your background to for you to be able to do everything that you do? Because there's a lot that Reb does, and if you haven't seen what she does, you got to go see.
ADHD probably is my background.
Hang on,
Um,
so that hey, that would be a good book. Anybody
yeah,
who has ADHD can draw, can
uh,
paint, can do everything.
yeah, basically, ever since I was a kid, I've been, just drawing while everybody else was, doing their homework or, paying attention to the teacher. Um, but in high school, I ended up, um, taking an art class, and I was like, "Okay, this is what I wanna do."
Mm-hmm.
And, all through high school, I would, draw things for people, like, get commissions basically. Um, a lot of tattoo work, a
Oh,
lot of,
cool.
like, weird gangster stuff because I went to, like, a kind of, very, very mixed school.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kinda funny, and then in college, I went to school for something completely different, because I was thinking that art wouldn't be necessarily sustainable, um, and ended up going to work in that field, but hating it and going back to school for art. And
Can I ask what you did?
I worked in process technology, which is like basically chemical plant work.
Oh, wow.
If you know anything about Houston, you'll know how much the chemical plant industry is, like a big part of Houston.
Mm,
So, it's like a field that just a lot of people end up in.
okay.
And, it's well paying and stuff, but it's very male dominated.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally just hated it so much. So yeah, I ended up leaving that and going instead to art school and getting a job in the nonprofit sector.
Okay. Cool. Well, you know what? Then you had a double chance at realizing that you wanted to do art, right? It's like I don't know, if I had any inkling to do something else, like my dad was like, you shouldn't do fine art because there's no money in fine art. And I'm like, okay, but it's what I love, so that's what I'm gonna do. But if I had done the other thing, then I would have, or if I hadn't, like if I had doubted, which I do, like, throughout my career, I've always had that, every 3 years, every 4 years, shall I just go and get a job at Costco because then I'll get a paying a pay stub every 2 weeks, or shall I just continue what I'm doing? Right? There's always that doubt in your mind. Um, so I've kept pushing through, but now you know exactly what you need to be doing to be happy, right?
Yeah, and I feel kind of lucky that I do have like a job, that I get like a steady paycheck and also can do, art kind of on the side. Do I wish I could be a full-time artist? Absolutely. Nobody wants to work. Nobody's dream is to work. At least my job I feel like is pretty chill in the sense that I can do stuff
Yeah,
creative wise. So,
yeah.
that's nice.
I still see art as work though, Reb. Like I still
Oh, it
see,
is.
right? You know, when you say, nobody wants to work. I still see this is my job, right? This
Oh, it
is
absolutely. I know. I mean, you do so much.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like you would rather be doing every day exactly what you would want to be doing.
I would
But
love to
then
do what
yeah,
you do.
you totally can do that. You just, you'll get there for sure. And hopefully, I won't pry into your job because maybe you don't want to tell us what your job is, but hopefully your job is satisfying enough that you don't hate doing what you do every day.
No, I definitely don't hate it. I won't say what it is, but but I do love where I work.
Yeah, that's
So
good. That is good. Um, so when you're planning a page like you're doing, in your head, you know what you want to like. You don't write things first. You plan the sketch, and then do you write around it? Is that going to be a full page of like pictures, or with writing too?
I'll probably write in here too. I think this is gonna all be background. I know it's probably very light. You can probably barely see it. Um,
Oh, I
but
can see it.
it kind of varies from day to day. Sometimes the drawing is more prominent, sometimes the writing is more prominent. I feel like it just depends on how much I have to say, basically.
Yeah. And in art school, did you focus on one technique? Were you more of like a fine artist? What did you go into textiles, graphics, printmaking?
I mostly did painting,
Okay.
and then later I took a couple classes. So we have like, university like school, and then we have like more it's like a school that's based out of the Fine Arts Museum. So I took some classes there that were more it was more like workshop kind of things.
Okay.
And I took printmaking there and fell in love with printmaking. So I do a little bit of both.
Yes, you do. Because was it last year or was it two? It was last year that you did that big
Yeah.
um print. Would you say it's a line? Is it a lino cut print
It's a
or
it's a relief print.
a relief
So,
print? Okay.
yeah, lino, wood block, all of those kind of fall into the relief print. Basically, you're, carving out and printing the part that is, not carved. So
Yeah.
anything that kind of falls into that process is a relief print.
And again, everybody, if you have not seen Reb's huge project that she took part in last year, take a look at her channel and make sure you subscribe to her on YouTube as well because her videos are actually lovely, lovely, lovely to watch. I love when you take us into like your countryside and like do a whole like you know come with me for the day and drive along. I love those videos. They're super pretty.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, I always think like out here where I'm at is not very scenic, but there are some like really pretty parts. And I don't know, I've always loved the country and like road trips and things like that. So it's easy to kind of forget how like pretty it is to just see like rolling fields.
Mhm. Um, okay, we have some questions. Oh, Melissa says, or just enjoy the silence and work away. Oh yeah, so she went back to that. Thank you, Hippo. I finished my Bob Dylan. I finished my Bob Dylan. I finished my Annie Lennox, and I finished my Martin Luther Jr. yesterday. And I was probably painting for at least 5 hours to just finish those. This project was not supposed to be such a. I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know if it was going to. I can't fall behind. Basically, that's really. Um, Reb, Nanette says, Reb, have you been a creator all your life? I think you answered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Melissa says, Reb is an incredible artist. She really is. She really is. That's why I wanted
Thank you.
to get a little bit of your background because I don't think I know about your background. And yeah, Melissa asks, Reb, are you drawing from references right now?
So, no. Um, all of my references are on my phone, and I'm using that to do this live. But honestly, I usually I usually don't use references for my journal. I just draw like from memory. That's why everything's kind of like a cartoon. Because I feel like if I use references for my journal, then I'm gonna get caught up in like trying to capture like a perfect image, and it's not important. It's not
Yeah,
important for this journal.
yeah, I like that. And it's more an illustration of your thoughts and feelings and right the
Yeah,
incident or whatever happened, you're illustrating that.
yeah. It has made me very much appreciate like real illustrators because it is hard to be consistent with your like figures. It's really, really hard.
Yeah, and you're doing such a great job, by the way. Like that is your son that you're illustrating, right?
Hmm.
I love it. He's just yeah, you're doing so good. Like he's the same character in every little piece. I love it.
I feel like I've gotten pretty used to drawing him and
Hmm.
myself, and my partner, but if anybody else has to be in my in my book, it's a shot in the dark.
Well, I guess you could almost do a whole character glossary in your book of like different people. That would be kind of cool too, to
That
have
would
a
actually be
page.
really cool.
Right? And then you can refer back to that when you're drawing them to make sure you get the colors and everything. I know there is some journalist, and I can't remember her name, but I can't, or I can remember what her name looks like, but I don't know if I can pronunciate it. Is it Maya Art or something like that? Anyway, she does a lot of little illustrations, and they're always the same. Like the and she does a lot of, testing art materials where she'll color in her little characters. You probably follow her as well on YouTube. I'm so bad with
I
names.
feel like I know who you're talking about, but I cannot
Mm,
remember the name. I'm terrible with names.
I'm so bad with names. Um, we were talking about that the other day. Who were we talking about? Oh, in our Monday group, and I think it was Meryl, and she was talking about, something about dementia and how you can go and get a dementia test and they give you like 5 words to remember at the beginning of the test. I'd be like, oh my god, like I would have dementia because I wouldn't be able to remember them. It'd be just yeah, awful. Good morning, Susan. Oh, Melissa says your garden is beautiful. Yes, tell us about your garden. Is it growing?
It's just starting right now. We have here in Texas what we call fall spring, where you plant everything and then a freeze comes. So I've
Oh.
learned to wait a little bit and start a little later, just
Mm.
to be safe and not like waste a bunch of plants. So I've got it tilled and all of that, and pretty much like ready to plant. And I'll probably start some seeds pretty soon, but I'm running a little behind this year.
Um, does it give you does it give you multiple seasons, your garden? Like, can you do 2 crops of, like, certain fruit and veg? Or
Yeah, yeah. We have a pretty long growing season here. I'm kind of coastal Texas now,
okay.
so it's fairly like humid and warm, so a lot of moisture. And yeah, like tomatoes will grow here like almost year round. Peppers and stuff too. I had eggplants well into like the beginning of cold, basically. So we have
Oh,
a long.
that's really cool. That's really amazing. We definitely don't get that here. I think
Yeah,
our
you guys
growing
are still
season
really
is
cold, right?
oh my god, it's just I don't wanna talk about it, it's just awful. I'm so done. I'm so done. Ugh. I said to my husband yesterday, I'm like, we're gonna have to go somewhere warm, like for a few months of the year when we get older, because I'm not sure if I. He's like, yeah, you are whining a lot this year. I'm like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think. when I was a little bit younger, like when I first came over here, we do a lot more with the girls. Um, we'd go out in the snow and we'd go skiing and we'd do all that. And now we don't do that as much, so we don't really enjoy the season. We could enjoy the season, but we don't enjoy it as much. So it just, and also getting a dog, you really notice the elements outside. So yeah. Do you have animals?
I have one dog, a chocolate lab named Charlie,
Aw.
and the 6 chickens that also have names that I won't bore you with.
Okay,
But
I wanna hear their names 'cause we would name all our animals growing up as well.
well, we've got 3 Easter eggers that have individual names. They have because they look different.
Okay. Hang on,
Red,
is the pedigree, it's called an Easter egger?
yeah, because they
Okay.
lay multicolored eggs.
They do?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
it's
have
kind
you
of a I don't know if I've really posted a lot about their eggs, but
oh,
they're
no, you
basically kind
have
of
to.
somewhere between, like, blue to green to olive
Oh my
colored eggs.
gosh.
So the Easter eggers' names are, Goldie, Red, and Hawk. Hawk, while she looks kinda like a hawk, she is so dumb. Just the dumbest chicken. Yeah, so not sharp
Aw.
like a hawk, but she's so sweet. Um, and then we've got 3 cucumberons, which lay dark brown eggs, but they all look almost exactly alike, so we call them the triplets. But there's one that it has just like a real, I guess she's like the leader of the pack, and we call her Miss Ma'am
Oh.
because she is always, like, at the door just screaming at us, or she's just, like, so vocal. And
Are the
also just
Kookamarans the little furry ones? Or not?
no, they're, like, mostly black with, little white, speckles.
Oh,
They look like
okay.
a traditional kind of chicken, basically.
Okay.
But, the other day, we have a screen door that, like, splits open,
Mhm.
and we left the door open because the weather's been really nice. And, we came back from somewhere, and she was sitting on our couch.
Oh my
She
gosh.
she had come through the
That's
door
so
and just
funny.
just sat on the couch. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I would love to see those eggs as well, the different colors, that would be so cool.
I'll make a post about them so you
Yeah.
can
Um, Nanette says, "I love road trips through the countryside. We took many when my kids were young. Great way to unwind."
yeah.
Yeah, really great way. And Melissa says, "The way you capture expression and movement from your imagination is really impressive." And somebody else said something. Oh, Michelle Shane said, "Love your characters, Reb. Have you ever written a graphic novel? Your style seems suitable." Oh, that's so nice.
I haven't. I've thought about it, but like I said, I don't know, the keeping it consistent really, like, intimidates me. I feel like
Yeah.
I would struggle with that.
I would draw a lot of like my kids also from no, I think you'd be fine. Sorry, I just want to comment on that because I'm like, I think you could do it. I think yeah, that is definitely something you shouldn't be into. Or I know that that's a feeling that you have, but I think you'd be fine at making something look the same over and over. Does it intimidate you because you wouldn't want to do the same thing over and over? Like you may have to draw it
No.
like 20 times in a book.
Yeah, I wouldn't that part I wouldn't mind. I think it's just the ability to do it that I
Oh,
feel like I would struggle with. But, you just never know until you try something.
yeah. I think your work would fit really well into that line of work as well. Um Hippo says, "Melissa and Shar, you should ask for meteorological asylum in Paris." Ah, yeah. That's funny. You're funny, Hippo. I don't think there is such a thing, hippo. But hey, we could always start that request for to get away from the cold. It's just been really, like, really, really cold. Yeah, it was -20 yesterday, and that's Celsius. I don't know what that is in other people's languages, but it was brutal yesterday. And I know Melissa has her dog, so she has to take her dog out. So, and she has to go to work. So it's just not nice. I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's a topic. um, Hippo says, if you don't try, you'll never know. That is true. And Paris is sunny today. I am really looking forward to meeting with Hippo, even if it's in a park somewhere. In September, I will get to meet Hippo. So that's exciting.
Are you just traveling to Paris?
No, I'm doing a retreat in Gordon, or just in the Périgord region, which is kind of central west
Mm.
of France. To go, I'll only be there for a day either side. So even just chatting and sketching somewhere would be lovely. Yeah. Have you been to Paris, Reb?
I haven't. I haven't been to France. I've been to a couple other countries in Europe, but I have not made it to France. But it is on
Where
my
have you
list.
been?
I've been to Scotland, London, um, Brussels, Athens,
Oh,
Rome.
you've been to more places than me in Europe.
I think that's it.
Did you backpack around?
No, I just went for visits.
Yeah.
Usually it was pretty short trips. But yeah, I still need to go to France, and I need to go to Spain as well.
Yeah. I lived in Spain, but I did not travel much around Spain, so that would be lovely. We actually had a little chat within our group. I don't know if you were there, and we were talking about maybe doing a sketching Camino, like Camino to, is it I want to say San Diego, but I'm not sure if no, it's not. You know the
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what
yeah,
it's
the
called.
walk that goes along the Pyrenees.
I had a friend that did it recently,
Yeah,
and incredibly jealous. It
yeah.
looked beautiful.
Well, it may not be for a couple of years, so maybe, your son will be old enough that you can come with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's a really good like he's very outdoorsy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he like painting?
he does. He sits in here with me a lot and
Aw.
paints. I've got some of his work if you'd like to see it.
Yeah. Does he ever do art hang party?
He doesn't do art hang party because between you and well everybody here, I usually do art hang party while I'm still at work.
Oh, okay. Between you, me, and the world. Oh, I love his paintings. Oh, it's so colorful.
Yeah, he loves to. It's hard sometimes to do it with him because I'm like, oh god, you're getting yellow, black in the yellow or
Yeah.
whatever.
And you
But
got
you
to
know what?
just be like, no, let him do it.
He's having a good time. This is cheap paint. It's fine. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
but
that's sweet.
yeah, he likes to sit with me and paint.
How old is he?
He's 4 now,
Oh, just
which
little.
yeah, it's crazy how quickly all that goes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Before you know it, they'll be out of the house at university. It's kind of crazy. So, do you have any huge projects like the one that you did last year with the I can't believe they got a steamroller in to print that. Like that must have been just like a wow moment.
It's very impressive, the whole production.
They don't do it every year, do they?
They do it every other year. And next year, or yeah, next
Done
year,
it once.
I've done it twice actually.
Oh, you've done it twice?
Yeah, this
Did
was
you
my second year.
Oh, do you have the first one on your YouTube too?
I do not, because I did not have a YouTube when I did it, so I never put it up on there. I guess I should probably make a post about that too.
Yeah. And it was the same size.
Same size. I didn't go into it knowing very much about the whole process, and ended up doing it horizontally instead of vertically, which is fine. They don't care which way you do it, but they hang everything vertically,
Ah, okay.
at the event. So I was like, oh, next time I'll do it. Next time I'll do it vertically.
Okay. Why wouldn't they have told you that?
I mean, some people did it horizontally as well. I wasn't the only one.
Even this year or last year?
Yeah, even this year, yeah.
Oh. I mean, I guess if they want that print, well, they're only getting that print once. I guess did you take it home? You did take it home afterwards, right?
I did take it home briefly, but then it ended up going into a show up in like North Texas, and then that show got moved, or not moved, went into a different show basically. So,
Oh, so it's traveling.
hmm
That's neat. Are you doing anything else this year? Do you have any other big projects that you're working on?
I don't, or haven't really like looked into. I've been crazy busy with work. The end of the year slash like spring is kind of like busy at my job,
Mm.
so I just haven't really gotten to do a lot of like looking at stuff. But I do want to. I want to do Zine Fest again for sure. And then
Is
I
that
don't
in
know.
Houston?
Yeah, that one's in Houston.
Okay.
And then I want to do some like pop up kind of shops and stuff like that as well.
Mhm.
Oops.
All right. I need help from people. Do I do Sinead O'Connor on the pink or on the blue? You can help me too if
Hmm.
you want.
I feel like I feel like the blue.
Yeah, so that she stands out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue. Hippo says blue. Tammy says blue. All right. Blue it is. Oh, thank you. Hippo says pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela. Yes, that
Yes.
one. Um, yeah, I would love to do that and do it as like a sketch tour. That would be cool. That we
Oh my
do it
gosh.
all together. Tammy says, I miss doing art with my children. I did talk my son into doing the 100-day project this year. He is in another state, but we are watching each other's progress. That's really very cool. Tammy, really love
That's
that.
great.
Tammy, you are doing the birds, right? Of your like, is it of your neighborhood, of your park? And what is your son doing? Yes, Hippo says she was pale, so she'll pop on the blue. Yeah. Okay. Got it. But she's very pale. And Reb, oh, Maria says, good morning, Shar and Reb. Maria, Maria. I love when you and Maria start talking about food because I feel like you have a passion for similar recipes and it's nice. Um, do you do anything special for Easter? Because that's coming up soon.
My family kinda does. My family is a lot more religious than I am, so they actually, like, celebrate Easter.
Okay.
Um, but we usually just, like, go over to the neighbors and have barbecue, so
Okay.
yeah, Easter's not, like, a big holiday for us, for me and my family.
No. Yeah. I guess it plays a lot on religion and depending on how religious you are, right?
What about your
But
family?
no, I mean, when the girls were small, the same as you, we celebrated as a family. Um, yeah, I don't do the whole church thing. I went to Catholic school growing up, but my parents were Lutheran, so they, I don't know why they sent us to Catholic school, but so I think I just, yeah, we did the very commercial thing, and hid the Easter eggs, and the girls loved doing that, um, and made the house pretty, and but yeah, Easter was just more of a tradition to get together with family and celebrate that way and have a nice dinner. It feels like to me, it feels almost like another Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's kind of how my family treats it.
Yeah. All right. I'm starting on Sinead. We have 15 minutes. I do have to unfortunately run at 8 a.m. this morning. Um, and if anybody, oh, here you go. Maria says, we had mil de hojas, torta chilena.
Oh,
Yesterday, was that
so good.
for Luca's birthday, Maria? Happy birthday to Luca, by the way. And Melissa says, Maria, did you make your fancy layer cake? And she forgot what it's called. Do you make that layer cake as well, Reb?
No, that's definitely a I guess Chilean. I don't know if anybody else does it. I feel like maybe Costa Ricans also make that,
Okay.
or at least I had it in Costa Rica.
Where's
Um,
your family from?
my family is Cuban, so we make
Okay.
flan. We have a lot of flan.
I love flan.
It's one of the only desserts that I can actually cook.
Yeah. Are you a no dessert? I'm so like I'm not a baker at all.
Yeah, if it has flour, I'm gonna mess it
If
up.
Yeah, me too. If you have to measure anything, I'm like, yeah, that looks like a teaspoon. That's similar to a tablespoon. Yeah. I think even if I measure, sometimes it doesn't work out either. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think the precision of baking is just not for me.
No. And that whole science of, do I have to have eggs that are cold or room temperature, or does the butter have to be melted but melted like by room temperature, or can I put it in the microwave to melt it? I know that people are probably like going, no, you can't put it in the microwave, but I don't know. Like nobody's really. My mom she's great at making like cakes, and I don't know why I didn't inherit any of that. It's probably a good thing to not have all those sweets around anyway.
Yeah, agreed.
Um, that notebook that you're using is just like a regular any notebook.
Yeah, it's like a real cheap um like journal from I guess Amazon or something. Like no name brand or anything like that. Um and the paper is real thin.
Yeah,
Um so it doesn't really do like a lot of water or anything like that.
yeah. And you usually just use watercolor and
Yeah, I'll do like light washes of watercolor. This time around, I've been doing mostly like dry media, um,
okay.
because I'm using these Le Pens, and I'm fairly certain, if I can remember, that they are not waterproof.
Waterproof.
Yeah, so they'll bleed into the whatever watercolor I use.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite medium that you like working with? Like if you had all the time in the world and you could say, okay, now I'm going to dedicate my time to using this medium, what would it be?
Ooh, that is a tough question. I don't know if I could answer that question, to be honest. I
Okay,
feel
so
like
are
I like
you a mixed
everything too
media?
much.
You like mixed? I always just say I love mixed media. I love it
I
all.
I like I don't do it as much as I'd like to, but I love the way that mixing things looks.
Mm, yeah, I do too.
Like I've been trying to do that more. Um, I like bought this karst paper the other day specifically because I thought it would be great for that. So I need to kind of
Karst
play around
paper,
with that.
what's that? What paper is
It's
that?
that stone paper.
Oh, okay. I did see your video on that. Um, how do you like it?
I like it. I haven't really gotten to use too much of it, but I was trying some like watercolors on it, some like new
Yeah.
watercolors, and it was doing something a little weird. So I'm thinking maybe watercolor is not the thing to use on that paper. I don't know. It I can't tell if it's the watercolor that I used or if it's the paper itself, but it seemed like the watercolor never dried.
Yeah. Is this it's really, really smooth, isn't it? The stone paper?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it all isn't it like I've had a couple of sketchbooks with it. Gouache is really nice on it. Like
Yeah.
really nice.
I
Because
think
yeah,
I think
I
that
like
that's what I
gouache.
wanna try instead. I wanna try it with
Yeah.
gouache and then layer some, like, dry media over it.
Yeah. And you're right. Less water is better. Like it doesn't seem to it just sits on top. It's weird.
Yeah, well, this one in particular seemed like I don't know, I guess maybe whatever the binder is in the watercolor,
Mm.
it made it kind of gummy.
Ooh.
So yeah, uh, just the watercolor and the paper did not agree.
Mm. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your experiments with that. Okay, Maria says we just celebrated Luca's birthday this morning. Oh, and yes, Tammy says picture from local parks. From me, my son is doing abstracts and random pictures. Fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, Maria says it's mil de hojas, so which means thousands of hojas. What do you call it? Hojas de
Layers
papel, layers. Thank you. I'm like translating Spanish when I know what it means, but I can't find the English word. That's not good.
or technically leaves, hojas
Yeah,
leaves.
leaves. Yeah. Um, and Tammy says, love flan. I do too.
Whoa. Melissa says, "Do you know Nina Kachina? I can't say it, but she said she did some drawings underwater on that stone paper.
Oh,
That sounds
cool.
cool. I wonder what
That
she
does sound
used.
cool. Yeah, I wonder what she used. Do you know, Melissa? What did she use? Okay, I think my Sinead is gonna have to. I'm gonna have to just finish it sometime today. There's a slight delay in in I would think that she would use something that's not water. She's going to find the post. Melissa's going to find the post. I don't know, what could she use that you could use underwater? A crayon maybe? Or hmm,
I don't know why, but my mind immediately goes to, like, China
uh,
markers.
yeah, China, yeah, because they're water resistant, but maybe they would grab onto the paper. Or even maybe just pencil, do you think? I'm trying to think, like, my husband scuba dives, and they have, like, a little tablet that you can write on when you're underwater for, like, if you have to communicate. And I think what I'm trying to think what the pen is. Maybe it's just a maybe it is just a pencil. Melissa will tell us. Melissa, are you doing art hang party with snakes tomorrow? Melissa has art hang party and they're drawing snakes.
Are you gonna join, Char?
I'm probably going to join. I'm not sure if I can stay for the whole of it. Um, I'm supposed to be hanging out with some local friends, which doesn't usually happen. So we'll see. We'll see how either I miss the beginning or I miss the end. I always love seeing everybody's work, though. That's the fun part. See, you can write and talk. That's pretty
N
impressive.
no. I cannot. I almost misspelled a word immediately.
Well, it's been really nice having you here and just hanging out and drawing.
Yeah, thank you
I
so much
forget
for inviting me.
sometimes. You're welcome. We need to do this again, and I forget sometimes that everybody else is there. So, um, that's a good thing, right? Like, hopefully. But it's nice that everybody does come by and chats with us all. Maria, are you doing anything with Luca today, or does he have to go to school? My kids always wanted to go to school on their birthday because they wanted to see their friends. Because I'd be like, okay, let's take a day. We'll go somewhere. And they're like, actually, I want to go to school. I want to see my friends. Like, okay. Has your little one started school yet?
Not yet. He's, still in daycare.
Okay.
He'll start next year.
Yeah. Is he excited?
I don't I
Or
don't know.
does he doesn't realize it yet?
I don't think he realizes it yet. I
Mm,
don't think he knows what the difference is.
okay.
Like, some days he's excited about getting up and going to daycare, and other days he is not about it.
Oh. Maria says he's going to school, then we're going to a French restaurant for dinner. Ooh la la.
Did he pick the French restaurant? Was that his choice?
I have a feeling it probably was. There's a big delay, eh? Big delay with YouTube this morning. Wonder if they do that for a reason. Yes, he loves escargot.
Oh god.
Do you like escargot, Reb?
No.
You don't?
I barely can eat regular seafood. Yeah, no.
Oh no.
I'm not a seafood fan. For a people that comes from the ocean or from an island, yeah, I'm the least Cuban you'll ever meet.
No. Um, I love escargot. Although it's a little put off. It was a school trip and we went to France and I can't remember exactly where we were in France. I think, or we were going over to Switzerland and we were driving through France and we stopped at this restaurant and everybody was having food and on the menu was, I didn't realize it was, um, sea snails, which are like escargot, but like 25 times bigger. And so a plate of seafood came out and there was these sea snails on them. And like, I'm like, do I have to eat that? I'm not gonna eat that. That was, and I think I did eat it because I felt bad just leaving it, but it was very memorable. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it's for me, it's a texture thing. I like taste-wise, I mean, honestly, it just tasted mostly like butter and herbs, but texture-wise, oof, no.
Well, good for you for trying it though,
I will not
right?
say that don't like something unless I've tried it.
Okay, that's
There's
good.
very few things that I have not at least tried.
And that means there's a few things that you probably haven't liked if you don't like that kind of texture.
Yeah, well, surprisingly, I do like oysters.
Oh, I
Um,
was gonna ask you, so you probably don't like oysters. Isn't that weird that you
it took me nearly 30 years to try them, but when I did try them, I actually was like, "This is not that bad."
Mm.
I don't think I'm at a point where I'd order it myself, but, um, if, there's one floating around on the table, I might eat it.
Floating around? Just you know how oysters float around on the table. No, but I know what you mean. If somebody else orders like a dozen, then maybe you'll have one. Hippo says Nina wrote, I have a variety of pencils from a regular drawing pencil to which nylon string was attached with super glue to several chisel or flat pencils. Okay, so it's pencils. That was the underwater on stone paper.
Mm.
Um, yeah. And Scott says escargot is so good. And Lisa says, I'm with Reb. Escargot, no thanks. And Hippo says, to some pencils that were marked as specifically created for scuba diving, 2 2. Ah, okay. So yeah, so there is a type of pencil that you can use on, because the stone paper wouldn't get wet. It would get wet, but it doesn't absorb the water, right? Or liquid. So that's why you can probably use it underwater. Interesting. Scott said, Reb, do you cook Cuban garlic soup?
I have made it once, and I loved it personally, but nobody else was like, "I want this amount of garlic in my life." So yeah, it's just I've made it for myself, basically.
Ah, well, I make a lot of things for myself because nobody really loves soups in my house, but I love soup, so I'll always make a soup and I think you have to make things for yourself as well. And if other people enjoy it or they don't enjoy it, at least you're making something that you like, right?
Yeah.
I just saw the time. Um, Thank you everybody for joining. Oh, Melissa says, I think Nina also uses oil pastels and paint sticks for color. Cool. Gonna definitely check her out. Nina. Okay, I need to write her name down before we go because I will forget. Do you remember her last name? I'm gonna scroll up.
It was something with a K.
Yeah. I'm sure we can put Nina K underwater stone paper and it'll come up. Where is it? Nina.
I have this Cuban cookbook that was written by this, I don't know, I guess chain restaurant that is in Miami. And I'll look and see if that recipe is in there, Scott. And if it is, I'll find a way to get it to you.
Oh, that's nice of you. Scott is a big chef. He loves cooking. And Lisa says oysters are the best. So, Lisa, you're the same. No escargot, but oysters, yes. Oh, isn't that odd? Maybe you should try escargot again. They kind of have that, butter, garlic, and a little bit of oyster. When was the last time you tried escargot, Reb?
It's been probably like 8 years.
Okay, and did you like mm, I feel like I'm a detective. Did you like the oysters in between that time? Have you grown to like oysters in between that last 8 years? Because maybe your taste has changed, your taste buds.
Maybe. I did try oysters well after that.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, it may be
Lisa
a
says
new
1986.
1986 was when you last tried escargot. She even remembers the year. That's funny.
I feel like that speaks to trauma.
Yeah, when you remember the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that escargot note, we will hopefully see Reb again soon. I'd love to have another morning live with you, everybody. I think I linked Reb's YouTube in the description. If I didn't, I will go back and I linked something of Reb. I think it was either the YouTube or your Instagram, but I will go back and do a little bit of an edit and add Substack, YouTube, Instagram in the description. Go over and say hi to Reb and follow her and subscribe to her.
Thank you, Shar.
Oh, thank you for joining. It's been lovely, and I love your page. My my Sinead is looking a little bit scary, but it'll all come together eventually, I'm sure, hopefully.
I'm looking forward to seeing this one because your sketch looks amazing. And
Oh,
also,
thank
I really love Sinead O'Connor.
I do too. So like when she did Nothing Compares to You, I was in the UK and watching probably Top of the Pops, which I don't know if you guys ever had Top of the Pops. It was like your MTV kind of thing, but it
Hmm.
was a live weekly. I think it was Thursday nights live weekly, and even my parents loved watching it. You would always get the new artists coming on there. And yeah, she did a debut on there, and she was amazing. And you know what? She stood up for a lot throughout her life. Sad that she passed away so early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Hippo. Thank you, C. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Tammy. And thank you, Melissa. Yes,
Yeah. Thank
happy
you all
Wednesday,
for being here.
everybody. Yeah. I will surely see you soon, Reb. Thanks a
Yeah, we'll do
lot.
this again sometime.
Yeah, for sure. I love your page.
It was fun. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Bye bye.